Welcome to the Roadhouz Podcast. This week, WinnyDeez and Roadhouz talk to Logan Pierce from the TV show Gold Rush. Mining gold, sluicing the juice.
I don't even know if that's a term they use in this industry.
But they're talking about it.
Or are they?
Stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah, I'm going to spend all my savings in renting out a helicopter, limo, like strippers from Bulgaria and Brazil.
And the cocaine. You gotta have the cocaine. You just pull up, open the door, just all falls out. Audio, engineering.
I can barely run my iPhone.
And I could barely wait. Stay tuned. Have a good time.
Let's get this show on the road. Roadhouz.
Enjoy the show. What's up, Roadhouz Mafia? Welcome to the Roadhouz Podcast, most natural and unapologetic podcast in the world. We got Roadhouz and WinnyDeez in the house, and we have a special guest. Back again. So we got a special guest for you guys today. He's traveled across the whole world in search of gold, and he's found a lot of it. I mean, some people, they just oh man, I'm all about that money, all about that paper. Well, this man, he literally goes and digs for it, and he's found it.
Might be the most interesting man in the world.
Yes.
Quite possibly.
There are things that have been said about him.
Our guest today is Logan Pierce, crew member for the Hoffman team on the Discovery Channel's Gold Rush. Logan Pierce, baby. What's up cooking?
Woo! What's up?
Dude, finally, squad was here. Bullshitting a little earlier. So, Gold Rush. How many seasons were you on?
I did like 6, I think. I did it for 7 years, but I was on 6 seasons.
So it's a new season every year?
Yeah. Yeah. We filmed usually from May to October, but I was up there from April to mid-October, thereabouts.
Is it a new location every time, or are you guys pretty stationary?
We did a couple years in a couple different spots, and then we were kind of ADD miners. We'd switch from the Yukon territory down to South America to Eastern Oregon to Colorado. I mean, we were all over. But we did a couple years in a row in Canada, way up north. Then we went to South America.
So the Yukon territory?
Wow. Yeah, way up there.
Yukon, yeah.
Just out of Dawson City. Well, just out of Dawson City by like 3 hours, but that was the closest town.
How much was it your decision or the group's decision as opposed to like the producers?
It was.
Did they have any influence on that at all?
No, it was all us.
Okay, cool.
For the most part.
That's good to hear, at least.
Yeah.
You know.
So when you're on set, do the producers dictate anything? Like how scripted is it compared to like the fucking Bachelors?
Yeah.
Compared to The Bachelor, like 0%. But
there's no chicks, or
yeah, it was basically no chicks. Yeah,
a lot of jerking off. Dude.
Yeah,
a lot of solo time. No, it was supposedly, and allegedly, the first show of its kind, because it was like a documentary / drama. We actually,
dude, it was huge, man.
It still is. My crew's not on it anymore, but it was strange in the sense that everything you saw actually happened. But the caveat is, we have, depending on the year, we had 10 to 14 guys on our crew, and each film crew, we had 3 camera guys usually. And a film crew is a camera guy, an AP, which is like an assistant producer or associate producer.
Yeah.
He would lead the interviews, and then a sound guy. So there's only 3 units of 3 guys.
Did it feel like therapy when you're sitting there one-on-one? So Logan, how many loads did you get off today? Talking about the gold here.
17. No. And so what may seem scripted is when there's 3 film crews and 14 guys, I might be flipping the excavator over on its back over here while they're filming over here, somebody else. And then obviously that's crucial to the story. I just broke a very expensive piece of equipment, might fuck up the whole operation. They have to reenact stuff like that, but it did happen. So
yeah, I think I saw this on
it's
Facebook.
Inspired by true events. Something like some events take place.
Yes.
And then the other thing is, like, if you saw what I did from day to day, there were years where for 6 months straight, I worked 6 days a week, 20 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And if you saw what I did from day to day, I'm literally pulling levers, drinking absurd amounts of coffee, and just chewing a shit ton of tobacco to stay awake.
Jamie James in that coffee?
Yeah. Can't confirm or deny, but if you saw what we did from day to day, it would just be super boring. So they had to throw in things like the gold ways, where we'd sit around the campfire and be like, oh, we got 500 ounces this week. Like a real gold mine doesn't do that shit, but people are watching. There's millions of people watching. They need to see your progress. So we had to.
That's reasonable though, I feel like.
You had to show them your progress as you're going.
You got to coalesce all these things to make it at least digestible to the viewer.
Yeah, you have to vocalize it. Otherwise, nobody would ever know. And at the end of the season on a normal gold mine, you don't have any clue how much gold you got. You just get your check. So,
hey, but they paid out, so you guys get a piece of the show. Does the whole crew get a piece of the discovery money, or top man gets it and disperses, or top man just gets it and you guys just
he buys you a beer or something? Hey, champ.
No, we had payment situation. So I was paid by Todd, my crew leader, also my second cousin. I got a cut of the gold. I got paid by Todd. And then there were other arrangements with the network.
Now, nice. Todd is because I remember seeing the show when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Todd's
like Dimmadome.
Okay, the big guy. All right.
Big boy.
All right.
Goatee.
His son, is it Shane? Or
Hunter.
Hunter, okay. Yes. He's involved too, right?
He was when he was old enough. When this whole thing started, he was like 11 or 10.
Okay, yeah. And you guys have been going for a while. How many seasons has it been?
It's on 10 now, I think, or 9.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah, I joined after season 2 and went to season 8, I want to say.
And that was your decision?
Just
right?
me, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't like, we gotta cut you from the crew.
No, it was interesting.
Laid off.
You got laid off. You're not that interested.
You didn't find enough ounces, man.
You didn't flip enough expensive vehicles this season.
No, it was, so I actually left the crew at the end of whatever I don't remember, but it was like season 7 or 8. And I decided, all shows end. Like Deadliest Catch somehow is still going, I think.
Right.
All shows end, and
it's meth, a lot of meth.
On
the Deadliest
These guys
Catch.
are nuts.
Believe that.
Yeah, you had quite a little Deadliest Catch experience.
Adderall and dip, dude.
Adderall and
dip. The dip keeps you going.
Yeah, man, you picking fish. When I was in Alaska, they had in Bristol Bay, they had the Bristol Bay Wars gill net fishing show. Didn't watch any of it, but I saw the boats that were fishing around us that had the cameras. I'm not sure how many boats they had, but I remember seeing the camera at the top of the boat just filming. Dude, you just standing there picking fish, catch it. But yeah, dude, back to
why I left.
Yeah,
it was because I've seen a lot of shows that start and then end, and I didn't want to get the rug pulled out from under me, just suddenly be unemployed. So I wanted to do it on my terms, start a career, an actual career. Came home, became a realtor, blah, blah, blah. Then my crew all decided that same off season that they didn't want to do it anymore either. It was very taxing. Just the hours, never knowing where you're going, being gone from home.
Never knowing if you're going to find any of that shiny stuff.
Yeah, and then just being gone for 7-8 months at a time.
Is it seasonal?
It sucks.
Or is it year round?
Yeah, because...
do they have openers?
I can imagine some of the weather. Yeah, some of the places that you guys go can definitely restrict
most of the places. Yeah, because we were placer gold mining, all gravity operation. We used water in our sluice boxes because gold is heavier than other shit, and so the water filters everything out. If the water's frozen, we can't do anything. So it was seasonal, but there's a lot of
cold as balls.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, yeah.
I hate being cold, man.
Me too.
I hate being cold. Like if I gotta bundle up and be outside, like I'm pissed all day.
I thrive in the cold.
Skier.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
You just got back from Whistler.
I did.
So jealous, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah. Are you a skier, snowboarder?
No, I used to snowboard. I also used to skateboard. It's just those things nowadays. Like when I was 15 or whatever, I'd just bounce off the concrete. Now it's just splat.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
for sure.
Oh, I broke something.
Yeah.
Or just, it's tough to pick something up at like, 27, 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like skating. I remember in high school, Canby skate park, baby. Over there like every day after school skating.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because skating was a big sort of deal.
Oh, dude, skated.
I had my skating phase too.
I probably stopped skating like
6 months ago.
20.
Yeah, it's not bad. Really?
It was pretty. After
What
I
was the sickest
fucked,
trick?
fucked up my knee.
What was the sickest trick you ever linked together?
Probably just tray flip a 3-stair. I wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't amazing.
That's pretty doper than I ever did. Yeah.
It wasn't amazing, but that guy of friends way better.
Yeah.
There's some kids. You remember Anthony Chernock and like
Yeah, there was some kids that
Alex Cruz? They fucking ripped. They were good.
What are they doing now? Do you know?
Starts with the age.
Yeah, no shit.
Ends with an OD.
Stay off drugs, kids.
Yeah.
So how many different locations? What was your favorite spot and then least favorite spot?
We did 2 different locations up in the Yukon while I was there. A location in South America, Eastern Oregon. We did 2 locations.
South America. Let's get into South
down
America.
Down in Guyana. That was the worst,
Yeah,
by
those
the way.
blood diamonds down there, dude.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Why was it so bad?
Yeah.
Everything wants to kill you, including the people and animals, and literally everything wants to kill you at all times. That was
Hella mosquitoes.
yeah. Oh, I got dengue
Snakes.
fever, man, from a mosquito. Yeah, that was rough. I lost like 30 pounds in 3 weeks. That
You
was
did everything that you're gonna
that's
die.
the new Weight Watchers.
Yeah, many times.
Many times, dude.
There were
That's the new Weight Watchers right there. You don't need to go into a
Yeah,
show.
just get some dengue, man.
I got heat stroke a couple times down there. I got
Jeez.
dengue fever, which damn near. I probably didn't almost kill me, but I thought it was gonna kill me because it was so bad. And
Jeez.
then just the people. We got chased by guys with guns a couple times. That was pretty scary.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
reading
can
online.
imagine.
You guys got shot at, or someone you guys' crew got shot at.
Oh, that was in Colorado. That was a different location. Yeah, no, I actually have a restraining order against a guy. Not by my choice. I'm not a pussy, but
Dude.
not that you're a pussy if you have one. But yeah, no, it's court ordered. He can't be within like 500 yards. I also get a call I believe it's Sunday after. I blocked the number, but I get a call.
Power move.
Is it a call from him apologizing?
No, it was a call. It's a call
Suck
from.
your dick. I'll suck your dick.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's a call from
So
Park
suck
County
that dick.
Corrections Facility because
Okay.
he's on a weekend.
That is PO that calls you.
No, he's on a weekend prison program, so he has to check in Friday nights and he leaves Sunday nights, so he can work during the week.
How many years did this guy
Wow.
get? What
he
happened?
got like 3 years. He shot a gun at me.
Did Discovery jump in and like help with like attorney fees and
Hold up. You had a bullet coming right at you?
Yeah, he pulled a gun.
Fuck.
So
Did you
yeah,
go full Neo, or like how did you dodge that thing? Bad aim?
I peeled out. I peeled out in my truck, and then yeah, it's a weird story. It's
Were you
Well,
making out
we
with his
have
girlfriend? Like what's going?
yeah, pretty much. No, this guy was unhinged. He was super high on meth.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So it wasn't like some guy just like pissing you like
Tell me
trespassing.
more.
No,
yeah.
no.
Tell me more.
No, he was a wacko. And
Does he
then
have teeth?
Okay.
Does he have teeth?
I think, I don't know.
Maybe a couple.
I hear prison is pretty good dentist. So
Yeah.
I heard prison is better if you have no teeth.
Yeah. You know he's sweeping out some guys, so.
Yeah.
I need protection.
he's the most requested cellmate probably.
Oh my
with no
gosh. See
teeth.
how much toxic masculinity is in prison? All of it built on toxic
Start the Me Too movement
Those
in
chauvinist
prison.
pigs.
That's fucking funny. Back to Guyana. Did you have to get like a bunch of shots and shit before you guys went out there? And how long was the stay?
I was
Did you
there
guys pick up shop and just get out of there? Or
6 months. Yeah, we got the fuck out.
successful trip though? Making
No,
any money? No.
no.
Fuck.
I mean,
Those are the worst.
I was
dude.
still paid, but it was for the network, for my crew as a whole. It was just a big lose, big lose.
Damn.
that Gary at home watching Gold Rush. These fucks, I'm so glad they didn't find any gold over there in Guyana.
Oh, dude, there's so many armchair excavator operators out there. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, I was reading like a Facebook post from Gold Rush. You see the excavator armchairs. I would never treat my machine like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, and the network picks their favorites, and so they'll like spotlight certain people, and you watch them operating or something, and they're just ass in a piece of equipment, and they're like, and everybody, if the network likes you, they make you look good, and then everyone's like, oh my God, she's so good at that, or he's so good at that. It's like, dude, I've watched them operate. They are so bad. It's crazy.
Like your narrators. That's their job.
So what about the fan mail, any fan outreach?
Yeah, there's a decent amount. I mean,
oh my God, look.
Do people recognize you on the street? They're like, oh my God, Logan from Gold Rush.
East Coast, actually, quite a bit. Yeah,
that's really funny. I mean, is it overwhelming?
No, not at all. I definitely wasn't like a major character, but people are always like, how do I know you? And I'm like, do you watch TV? Is it Gold Rush? And they're like, oh yeah.
Flex on them right there.
Yeah, it's just as awkward for me as it is for them.
Nice. Any preferential treatment, like getting a table right away? Like,
when I'm with the crew, when the crew is together, first of all, there's my uncle is very fit. He started the whole show, so he's super recognizable. And then when we're all together, it's easier for them to, oh yeah, that's how I know them. Versus just me out on the streets, I'm just some dude.
Kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's nice. I can fly under the radar and.
That's how it should be, man.
Yeah.
I wish, yeah.
As if I could be Ariana Grande. Walking through the air. Everyone's just trying to show you their dicks and dick pics. But you just, when you're with the crew, free dinner, free drinks. Girls, oh my God, have no idea who you are, but know that you're a part of this crew that's on this show.
That's right.
You're like, hey, yeah, that's me, baby. That's the move.
Another great question. Are there Gold Rush gold diggers?
Gold bunnies?
Yes.
Can we call them gold buddies?
There are, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, quite a few.
How many of them have you got pregnant?
There's little
cutting questions here.
I got 3 kids in Guyana.
Little Logan's running around in multiple countries.
Hey, Junior, which Junior? How does that work? If you have, so my dad was born in Argentina.
Yeah.
And I can get an Argentinian passport.
Really?
If you have kids in multiple countries, you're Mr. Worldwide. You're global. Can you get a passport or no? That's a rule.
You have to be born there.
Yeah.
So my dad is
kidnap a wife or something.
Yes, true. No, my dad is a missionary's kid. He was born in Brazil, so he's Brazilian. Brazil claims him as a citizen.
Hey, we're piecing out to South America if shit gets wild over here.
Hells yeah. So he's claimed by Brazil, but he was born to an American expatriates, or what, I don't even know the term. But so he has an American passport. He's an American
dual citizen,
but he's a dual citizen, and Brazil claims him. Yeah,
and the United States.
We want him back.
We want him back.
Red Rover.
How did you get on this? So Todd is your uncle or cousin?
Yeah, he's my mom's cousin. So I think that's a second cousin or something.
Sounds about right.
Dude, like Russians, we literally know who our like 7th cousins are. Like it's like that. Like all my American friends, I'm like, they're like, yeah, I think that person's my cousin. I'm like, what do you mean you think? Because I'm just so indoctrinated in big ass families. But did you give him a call or he called you up? Logan, let's go make some cash, dude.
So it's a funny story. I could be a lot richer than I am or am not. But so it was the year that he was starting the show. So I could have been in ground floor. I was doing some pressure washing, like just out of high school. I think I was still in high school, actually. I was doing some pressure washing. He called me up. He's like, hey, I got some equipment if you want to pressure wash it, because he knew I was doing that. I'm washing it. I'm covered in grease from these excavators. It was a shit show. But he saw that I was working hard, and he's like, hey, man, I got a show. It's going to be on the Discovery Channel. Just send me a picture of yourself and a little biography, and I'll get you on the show. You work hard and blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
do you think that you're going to be the pressure washer?
I was going to be the grunt or something. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, man, see you there. And then I didn't do it because I didn't believe him. I did not.
This motherfucker got gold Discovery Channel. Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
I mean, it seems kind of far fetched if you're just like,
oh yeah,
your mom's cousin is like, yeah, I got this show on Discovery, and you're just pressure washing for a living, or just like as a high school gig, whatever. Like, oh yeah, sure, whatever.
Get fucked.
Whatever, Todd.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
That's crazy,
I
Uncle
can
Todd.
see that happen. Dude.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get one of them calls, Winnie.
Yeah, sure.
So fast forward 2 years, I'm at he owns the Sandy Airport. And I'm out at the airport in their big lodge. They're having this huge season 2 premiere party. And I went and I just walked up to Todd. I was like, hey, remember that time you wanted me on your crew?
Dude.
He's like, yeah, you fucked up, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, I did. I did big time.
Dude, you had to watch all of season 1. Be like, fuck, I could have been on this show, dude.
Yeah, it was brutal. But I think I was not ready. Even the first year I did it, it was a learning curve.
Yeah, but there's nothing better than getting on the job training.
Yeah, that's true.
What was your first job going in?
Basically grease. I was just grease bitch. I had to fuel everything, grease everything, and learn how to run haul truck, which is kind of like the lowest on the well, grease bitch is the lowest.
Bitch.
How far is the equipment from every other? Do you guys just have like 3 machines in one pit digging away, or do you guys have like separated by miles in different locales?
No, it's all in like basically the same site, several acres.
Y'all got the radios?
Yeah, we had all kinds. The Motorola.
In Alaska when you're fishing, do you fuck around the radio?
Yeah.
Man, we're catching over here.
But it ended up quick. Just my nature is I want to be good at what I'm doing, whatever it is. So I was the best grease boy you could have. And every day it was my job to make sure everything is greased, fueled, and all the fluids were full, hydraulic, coolant, blah, blah, blah. And then they recognized that I handled that responsibility well, so they put me in a haul truck. I got really good at that, but still had to grease and fuel everything after work. So I was working a lot. And when everybody was done going off eating dinner or whatever, I was still greasing and fueling and all that shit. Then they recognized I was doing both those well. So then they were like, hey, we need a ditch dug. Can you run an excavator? I was like, maybe. And then I got in and just kind of...
It's so fun to fuck around on those things.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
Just kind of played around after hours, trying to dig ditches all through the night. And...
kind of like an elevated form of childhood.
Radio? You got a radio in your...
Yeah.
CD player?
Oh, no. It was all...
Aux cord? You at least got an aux cord in there?
No. It was headphones. They probably wouldn't like to hear.
Did they give you the shittiest machine to start?
They were all pretty good. We had a bunch of Volvo stuff. It was pretty good equipment.
Ooh, Swedish.
It was honestly, if I had that equipment, I sure as shit would not put a 20-year-old in it who had never run anything. I mean, it was nice stuff, expensive stuff.
Yeah, so they trusted you. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, but hell yeah, dude.
Hard work.
Yeah. So eventually, and then over time, just kept taking on more and more and more and more responsibility. And at this point in time, my last couple of years, I was in 700 and 800 size excavators, and I could damn near give you like a double bypass surgery from 40 feet away with an excavator. I mean, I'm surgical now, and I don't pat myself on the back.
Doctor, dude.
Wow. Yeah, dude. I don't pat myself on the back very much, but in equipment, I could do a lot of cool things.
That's the mood, dude. If you can't do cool things on an equipment, I'm not gonna let you run the equipment, dude.
Yeah.
What was your biggest snatch? Gold. What was your biggest find?
There was one. So we had this haul road that we had between our cut or the pit and the wash plant, it was like a damn near a half-mile drive for the haul trucks. And at the very end of the season, the ground's starting to freeze up again. We're kind of running out of our pit. The pay layers were running out, and we still had like a couple more weeks that we could continue to sluice. So we decided, hey, let's fuck up the haul road. Let's move the haul road over 50 feet and mine the haul road, because it was virgin ground. And we ran the haul road. And
virgin ground, baby.
I'll be damned if it wasn't the hottest dirt we had ever had. We've been driving over it for 6 months.
Dirt, dude.
Yeah. And shit, we got...
Do you ever like drive through some areas while you're not mining, you'd be like, I bet there's some gold in there. Dude.
Oh yeah, gold is everywhere. There's literally gold in your backyard. It's just a matter of the concentration. Is it worth going after?
Right.
It's not.
I'm gonna pull my excavator back here, just start digging away. And neighbors, gotta check your lawn real quick for some cash.
It is. I promise, it's not worth it. But
it's there.
It is there.
It is there.
In small traces.
You gotta dig deep.
Yeah.
Those hard asses, it's there. I know it. Hey man, we've been here for weeks.
Did you ever play that game in like middle school? It was like when all the games you played were like online, right? It's called Motherload. You guys ever play that game?
I've heard of it.
I think I stole like one of my dad's VHS tapes that was called Motherload. That's about it.
So, what is the most interesting thing besides gold that you found, if anything?
Diamonds.
Good question,
South America.
Winnie. Good question.
Diamonds.
South America, we found diamonds. Yeah.
Wow. How did that go? Like, so you dug it out. There's probably like a diamond dealer that you had to deal with?
DiCaprio come and pick him up from.
Yes, he did actually.
These are perfect.
Yeah, with his South African accent. Yeah.
Perfection. Yeah.
Perfection.
Perfection.
That's good. That's actually really good.
Yeah. My Siri is actually South African.
Is that what you can change?
If you get tired of Siri, you can change it to like
German on there.
I don't think there's German, but it will speak to you in German.
Like a soft.
No,
I want like aggressive.
Like you want like Olga, like a Helga.
Like maps through your maps.
You must turn left here.
That's what I need right there.
It'll probably be in German, which is probably even more.
Gives you some structure to your life. You got some German yelling at you.
Whip you into shape.
Helga.
Yeah.
You got to have it in German too, so you don't even know like
what you say.
Which way? Turn which way.
But she says it with conviction and love.
I remember some German, dude. Remember Mr. McGowan?
Were you a German guy?
I never took German.
He was Mr. McGowan was the coolest teacher by far in the whole high school, and I actually remember German like 10 years later just because of him.
Oh yeah,
cool.
we went to high school together.
That's that's the connection I assume.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, I didn't take no German.
I took German, so
I took the L Español, right here. My Spanish name was Esteban.
Yeah.
Now I named and then I named my penis Esteban. I don't know if you guys named your dicks, but I named my dick. Yeah. What's your dong's name?
Titus.
Ooh, that's tight. That's a good move.
That's a commanding
Big
name.
Titus.
You got like you chopping Thor's hammer. That's what's going down.
I haven't named my testicles yet.
I got a little foreign Spanish flavor.
I named my because I don't grow a mustache. I've always wanted to.
Your alter ego?
I've named my mustache Ricardo.
Ooh.
So every once in a while, I'd actually fuck with the film crew because they want continuity. They want, if you have a beard, keep your beard. If you shave, keep shaving.
People recognize you.
Every once in a while, I'd just shave everything but my little creepy mustache. And I'd be like,
I did that one time.
Ricardo's back.
Dude.
They loved it.
Ricky
they actually
Ricardo.
Ricky Ricardo.
That's the
alter egos.
I've only shaved my stash one time. And when I shaved the stash, we dressed up in Eugene one year.
That's right.
Me, Winnie, and John Madera dressed up as the Anchorman crew. I was completely shaved, but I had this obnoxious mustache. Winnie had a mustache, and he found it like 2 days later as we were walk of shame back to the vehicle.
Walk of shame through Corvallis, and I just find it on like some random street in the grass. I'm like, holy fuck!
All those mustache rides probably fell off some coochies that were walking by over there.
That was a good Halloween.
I didn't get this. What was your biggest
haul?
pull?
Oh yeah. So that haul road, we pulled it out and we got like 115 ounces in 2 days or something like that. Which at the time,
what's the market giving you guys?
At the time, it was like 13 or 1400 an ounce. So it was like 160 G's in 2 days.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's not bad.
Was the whole trip that successful, or most of your load was from?
That was some hot ground. That year in total, we did like 3,030 ounces.
Why the fuck did I go fishing in Alaska? I actually know some Russian fishermen who, probably about 5 years ago, they have boats.
Yeah,
they live in Alaska. They have boats, and then they got into the mining operation. I don't know how well they did, but because they kind of put their fishing on the back burner. Great fishermen.
Yeah,
but they wanted to go catch that cash.
It's fun. It's addicting. The first time,
I would love it. I think like I've only seen I've probably seen like 10 episodes total of Gold Rush. I don't really watch TV,
right?
Like at all.
I didn't watch that show. I was on it. Like I lived that for 6 months. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, dude. I lived in Minnesota, North Dakota, back and forth for 6 months, and just work. I'd come home, my TV at my little apartment. I just had whatever channels that I came with, and Gold Rush. That's where I was watching Gold Rush and Oak Island. You know.
Oh, that's right, Oak Island.
What is that?
Whoa,
Oak Island. They're in search of the Holy Grail.
Oh, okay.
Well, is it the Holy Grail? Is that what they think is down there?
I don't know what they think, but they're never gonna find it.
It's pretty interesting. I think you might like it.
Do you think that if they actually found like the cup that Jesus drank out of, you think that they would just like on Oak Island? Hey, we found this. There's no way.
Who knows?
You know, CIA is knocking on that door. Okay, we're gonna need to talk to you.
I think the Pope would be there. Like, hey, it's me, the Pope.
Is the Pope run the world?
I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't give me that thing.
Is the Pope in charge of?
I think so.
Everything.
Maybe. At one point, he was absolutely like in the 1100s.
Possibly
forward. Yeah.
Pope.
But
have you been in the Vatican?
Creek runs deep. No, I've never been to the Vatican.
Have you been in the Vatican?
I haven't.
Close.
I've been to Israel.
Oh, dude,
that was dope.
How was that? I want to go.
Dope.
Are you Jewish?
No.
Was it scary?
No. Well, there were some missile sirens.
Just a couple mortars going off.
The sirens went off a few times, and then so it was actually. This is like a huge tangent, I guess, from what we were talking about. But we went up in the Golan Heights, which is controversial ground. Some people say it belongs to like Syria and Jordan, and some people say it's Israel. And we were there.
A lot of blood has been shed over the Golan Heights.
They all want claim to it, dude.
Right.
The Middle East is so crazy because there's so much history there, so much going on.
Yeah.
And so much land taken from like Iraq, Iran, Israel, Palestine, Jerusalem. All those areas, they're all claiming lands, and it's a shit show, but I would love to go Israel, Jerusalem. I want to do all of that.
It's dope. And if you want some action, so we went up to the Golan Heights. We had this. I don't even remember how we met this guy, but he was ex Mossad, and he took us up there, and we were on.
For those of you that don't, or Mossad's like sort of like the CIA. Or like
but I think more hardcore.
Hardcore,
man.
Like they've been forced they will interrogate you.
They've been forced to be more hardcore because they've just been under constant strife.
Yeah, it's a pressure cooker. Like Israel's just a pressure cooker,
and it's right next to other countries. It's right next to all these other countries who are about to blow up, and it's just fucking crazy. So he takes us up to the Golan Heights, right up to the Syrian border.
On camels? What do you got? How are you guys walking?
On this quad, like these.
No, Israel is very, very advanced.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. It's super cool. But
my bad.
No, we were on like side by sides, like Polaris Rangers or whatever. And
side by sides are dope, dude.
Yeah,
go dooning.
So we're like about to crest this hill and drop down right onto the Syrian border. And he goes,
and you're riding with the Mossad guy.
The Mossad guy. Okay. And it's like a train of us, like there's like 4 quads in a row. And he stops at the front and he's like, okay, so we're going to drop over this hill. You will hear gunfire.
When I say run,
no, that's the thing. I would love to hear him say, if I say run. No, it was worse. So we ride up and he's like, so you're going to hear gunfire. If you hear it, that's good. That means it's not at you. If it's at you, it's too late.
Or a pop, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude.
And he gave us a little breakdown. Like there's 50 something factions of these terror groups and all this. And this was like kind of during when ISIS was still very scary. I guess they still are.
Did they recruit you?
No, but he's like, so you're going to see a tower, and in that tower, you're going to see 2 guns hanging out. Those are manned. Those are 50 BMGs manned by Al-Qaeda fighters.
Chop you down, dude. You get shot by one of those.
Well, that's the thing.
Your leg is gone.
That's the thing. Al-Qaeda, right? Like scary, scary, scary. He's like, those guys are Al-Qaeda. They don't give a fuck about you. They're fighting ISIS right now. So the gunshots you hear are Al-Qaeda because ISIS is trying to take this town right on the border.
And Al-Qaeda and ISIS are fighting each other?
Oh, yeah. They hate each other. They hate each other.
You're saying it's very complicated.
It's mob wars, dude.
It's nuts. And so sure enough, we crest this hill, we go down into this old NATO building that had been blown to shit. And we're up on the roof of this building, and all of a sudden we hear just big ass rounds, just giant, because a 50 BMG is a big gun.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine.
And we're like, oh shit. And he's like, no, it's good. It's not at you.
Your pants?
No.
I would have had a little turd down by my ankles.
But he's like, no, it's good. I mean, he's shooting the other way. He's killing ISIS guys.
It's fine. He's not even looking at you.
No. He's like, he doesn't give a shit about you, and if he did, you'd be dead.
Look at these little American.
It's wild, man.
So you booked that tour through Expedia, or?
Yeah.
Little kiosk on the side of the street.
Yeah, avitours.israel.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That is so badass.
So did you guys get to your location?
Yeah. The end point was to be on that UN building, just watching ISIS and Al Qaeda fight, and we got to watch it, and it was very weird.
That's 1917 in real life.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I wanted to see it. I was
Eat
in
an
Mexico.
edible and go watch it.
I was in Mexico when that came out. I wanted to see it.
Dude. Intense.
It is pretty intense.
What was your anxiety? What was your anxiety like? Was that one of your most intense moments? Or getting shot at?
Getting shot at was probably the worst. But getting shot at, I had a gun at the time. So I drew my gun, and again, a long story, but I was able to.
Did we legally get into it?
Yeah. It's the reason I didn't. So Colorado.
You call your lawyer?
No. Colorado's a stand your ground state. If he shoots at me, I can shoot him back. And so basically,
Denver, or where at in Colorado?
We were just outside of Fairplay, up in the Colorado, or up in the Rockies.
You said it was Park County, right?
Yeah, Park County.
And that's where Park City is? Is that?
It's Utah.
Oh,
I think
that's right.
I was just talking about Park City with someone.
We were.
Okay.
The county is South Park, which is what the show is made after.
Yeah.
And
see fucking Kyle.
Yeah. No, this guy. We were back on some country road. One of our guys got stuck in the snow, so we went up this county road, pulled him out. We were driving back down, and then I look in my rearview mirror, and a guy's waving me down out in the middle of the road. So I back up. I figure he's stuck in his driveway, because it was weird. It was like May 17th, and we got 18 inches of snow.
Oh, you're just trying to be a good Samaritan.
Yeah. So I back up. This guy's waving his hands. He starts like leaning into my truck window, like, "You guys shouldn't be here. What the fuck are you doing? Blah blah blah." And he's just pissed that we're mining.
How big was he?
He's like a normal guy.
Like your height? What are we talking about?
Yeah, my height, not as stocky. Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
But so he starts
size him up,
The meth workout plan.
So he starts freaking out and just saying, "If you guys come up here, we're gonna fucking kill you," and blah 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 and all this. I'm like, "Hey, dude, get out of my truck," because he's kind of leaning in my truck.
Walk away from truck, asshole.
And I just kept saying, "Why?" Because he just kept rambling all this nonsense. You guys shouldn't be here. All this, and finally he's like, "If you come up here again, we're gonna kill you." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of my truck." And then he steps back, then he leans kind of back in and goes, "I'm gonna kill you." And when he said that, like, not an if, it was like I'm going to, I said, "Get the fuck out of my truck."
Big balls,
and
Logan Pierce.
So he steps back and reaches for his waistband, which is the universal sign for uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Pulls a gun, and I peel out in my truck, and at that altitude, my Dodge Ram diesel rolls some coal, and it was awesome.
Oh, let's go! A black smoke.
Smoke
him out, bro.
I smoked his ass. I did, and
literally.
Then, so
Was it Cummins? Yeah, daddy.
Oh yeah,
Big Daddy Warbucks right here,
dude. It was sick. So I smoke him out. I pull up. At this point, I'm grabbing my Glock 17 Gen 4 out from between my seats, racked one in, and he goes pop, 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 and I'm like, oh fuck, and so I like lean out the window. I'm looking back, but like I said, it was a convoy. We were pulling somebody out. One of my guys was right next to him by this point.
Oh,
so if I shoot at him, I could hit my guys. He could also turn and like 2 feet away, cap one of my dudes in the head. So,
wow,
it took
calling a drone strike.
all of my restraint, all of the restraint I had. I'm like, shit. So I just drove off, and then we called the sheriff. Went up, stolen gun, high on meth. He was on a county road. he had several
parole violation, most likely.
several priors for like beating his girlfriend in Missouri or wherever the fuck he lived. He was a piece of shit, and yeah, he's
that's wild.
Well, thank God you didn't fire, man, because if you did fire, it'd probably be a little bit more messy.
For sure.
Yeah, even if you're in the right, it's like costs you millions of dollars and years of legal shit.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
Even if you're in the right. I mean, I would say I was in the right because the motherfucker shot at me.
Yeah, it's the ultimate fight or flight situation. You get shot at.
Yeah,
I've had gun pulled on me, but I've never been shot at.
Gun pulled on you?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Tangent. Before I forget about
Pray
this.
tell.
Dude, in Woodburn. Yeah, that's right, Woodburn. I'm going to call you the fuck out because we got some bullshit in there. In Woodburn, I pulled up to the bank, make a deposit in the ATM after hours. This was maybe 2 weeks ago. I pull up and park, like right past, they have the drive-through ATM.
This is pretty recent. This is 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. I pull up forward, park in the parking spot to like put my card away. I had to send it off an email. So I parked and did some shit, and I see like this ratchet ass little like Nissan Sentra pull up.
Okay.
Dude, duct tape on the back light. All creepy. Like didn't park in a parking spot, and there was an Anytime Fitness probably like 100 yards. No, not 100 yards, probably like 70 yards away from me.
And wow. Oddly, you remember this pretty well.
Baby. Dude, it was so vivid. And so I'm like, what is going on? So this car pulls up all creepy. Like, we know creepy situations, dude. When you sell weed at once upon a time in your life, you know creepy situations, dude. And so I'm chilling there. And the car pulls up and some guy gets out and he's like walking towards the Anytime Fitness. And in the Anytime Fitness, they have like the big just open windows and all the ellipticals are facing the outside behind the glass. This guy ties a handkerchief around his neck. And I'm talking to Baby Squirrel on the phone. Mm-hmm. My wife, Baby Squirrel. That's what we call her. And
Baby Squirrel.
I'm talking to her on the phone and I see this guy tie a mask around his face. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He runs up to the Anytime Fitness. And I have a friend who works out there every day.
Yeah.
So I gave him a call immediately. Pulls up, runs, ties the handkerchief around. So I'm like, this does not look good. Runs up, like he was ducking down. Then he sprinted towards the glass, pulled out a gun, pointed it like to the glass at like someone running on like the treadmill or something. And I was like, holy fuck. Because the car parked probably 20 feet in front of me. I was so close to the car that he came out of. And I was like, oh, fuck. And like my truck, I always have a pistol in there all times. But in my car, my little work car, I have a little runaround because I work like deep, like I work right by the Washington-Oregon border. So I have a little runaround car and I didn't have anything in there. And I'm like, dude, I was like, hang up on my girl, come home. And I'm like, holy shit, what just happened? Because he didn't shoot, but he pointed out the window of the glass and then he made it like he was gonna shoot.
What?
Made a sign like that, and I could see all this. I'm like, oh, this car's on me, and then I just get the fuck out. I pull into my driveway, and my wife was coming home at the work at the same time, so she pulled up behind me, and I was already like, I was in go mode, like
hyped.
Yeah, and then but I get home because it's like 5. I live like 7 minutes from where that happened, so I get home, and a truck pulls up behind me and I'm like, oh fuck, did they follow me? Like, so I'm like looking at my car. I had a Kershaw knife and like a Bluetooth speaker. I'm like, I'm gonna throw this fucking Bluetooth speaker. Like, I'm gonna get out of this driver's seat. Once I see that driver door up, I'm gonna throw this speaker out of his stupid face. It was my wife. So we were all
she still has a stupid face.
She could get this speaker, dude. Just kidding. I love you.
That's intense, man. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
that's
like
recent.
That's wild. It gets the
it's
what's
fight
that
or
called?
like
adrenaline. The adrenaline starts going nuts.
Yeah,
it's like if it's you or me, it's you every time, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how many fights you've been in, but it's the same thing. Kind of like when some guys like talking shit or something, and like I'm probably gonna have to fight this guy. Like I don't want to start any fights. I don't want to get any fights because I'll fuck you up. So I just try to avoid it at all costs. But like if you think that something's about to happen, that hair raises on the back of your neck, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
Eugene?
I was waiting for you to drop that. We had some house party clearing fights.
Oh,
or
my
just one, I
goodness.
think, really big one.
Dude,
That's dope.
But-
remember Oscar?
Zamora?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we were at this party.
It was like a basketball players. Or,
It was like all of Eugene in this fucking apartment.
All-
there was no room, and it was 2 stories. There's no room anywhere. It's shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, geez.
So we're fucked up, and the chick of this house was like, like there was just brownies on the counter, and I'm like, dude, there's a pan of brownies at a party. It's probably weed brownies.
Mhm.
Ate one. I was fucked up.
Really?
I was just got on top of like the table, just like
Yeah,
dance
yeah.
a little bit. And
Remember that.
The owner, one of the roommates, hey man, get off the table. I'm like, fuck you. There's nowhere to stand. And then he like walked away, and then
Classic.
so I'm on the table, so I could see the whole party. I see that dude that talked to me going and talking to Oscar, and then they go outside.
Oh.
And but I like forgot about it that they went outside until I heard like all these people in front of me. Oh my god, there's gonna be a fight. And I was like, fuck, I want to see this fight. I run downstairs, open the door, and like Oscar's gonna hate me for saying this, but hey man, you're a grown ass man. We've moved past it. The first thing I see when I open the door to go outside, I see Oscar like handing off his backpack to one of the girls that was with us. In the process of handing it over, he gets knocked the fuck out. And I'm like, that's my friend. Ran up, just Superman punched this dude, dropped him. Some dude, like after I knocked him out, allegedly, some dude hit me on the side of the head, like broke his hand. Like I knew who he was. I knew his girlfriend. I didn't know who he was. Broke his hand on my head, ran away. And then his momentum like carried me over, just double legged this other dude, picked him up, and it was like me, John Madera, rolling around with some dudes.
Wasn't Kylo there?
Kylo, I think Kylo was spectating. Kylo, Brock, WinnyDeez, like
I
front
was
row seats.
spectating. I was in the middle of it because I didn't have any beef with anybody. I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, with you, we got you.
You're a lover.
Back, bro.
And I remember just like going down the stairs, opening the door, and just seeing everybody that I came with just run, just like, yeah. So I saw Rhodey just like immediately out the door, just like go right at this guy. And I'm like, am I involved with it? Like, what do I do as a friend?
Narrating.
How do I best serve this situation?
I'm just in the middle, and I'm just like standing there.
Dude, that happened
And
to recent wedding. Someone that I know close to me was about to beat someone who was like 10 years younger than them, about to beat their ass. And
That's a Russian wedding.
Smash Town, USA on that Russian wine.
Yeah.
I was like, my wife was like, yeah, you're so funny. You're so drunk. I was just standing there like, hey, break it up. But I was like 20 yards away from the fight that was going on. Totally seeing things.
I just saw a brawl like last weekend, actually.
Honestly, I haven't, like I said,
you don't see many brawls these days.
I love fighting, but I don't want to start no fights. I don't want to get in a fight. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your girlfriend, your mother, or whoever you came to the bar with.
So caring.
But damn, I haven't seen any. It's too scary. It's too.
And everyone's
not worth
everyone's
it
on
to get
film
in
now.
fights.
Everyone's
Man.
And then
you have those dirt bags who just sit there like nothing like pisses me off
It's
more
chicken
than when I
shit.
see a video of like someone getting their ass beat and then like 30 people around them recording them.
Yeah.
Hey, help them out. Like I've helped out many people that have been we're just getting their ass kicked, dude.
Do you remember the band Blue Oyster Cult? Like
Blue Oyster. I know.
Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, those.
Some Guitar Hero shit.
Dude, that guy rips. Buck Dharma is their lead guitar. He's good. But I went and saw Blue Oyster Cult, actually. I stumbled my way into a couple tickets. So I go to the show, and it's all these hippie burnouts, really drunk, and
Acid everywhere.
This guy just started going apeshit on another guy, and it turned into a lot of guys fighting, and it was pretty rough. And then
that's a sight to see. A bunch of like old burnt out hippies fighting each other.
This guy was younger though, and he's just a red-faced alcoholic. Just looks like a prick. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love that red-faced alcoholic.
Red-faced alcoholic.
Functioning alcoholic. Fuck.
Yeah. At this show, causing everybody grief. And I'm like, dude, I didn't pay for these tickets, but if I did, I'd be pissed because like, dude, you ruined my fucking show. I paid for this, but I didn't. But still, it made me mad, the principle of it. And so I started getting closer and closer and closer because it was kind of getting out of hand. Then security got in there and kind of broke it up, but I thought I was going to have to throw down a little bit.
Describe this guy a little bit more. I want to see if the picture in my head.
Bald.
I picked my fights, dude.
age 40? 40?
Dead on, actually. Okay, yeah, 40, bald, short, stocky.
Short, stocky. A little bit of a Napoleon complex.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like short enough to have
10-inch
that.
lift on his floor.
Yeah, I wouldn't say short enough to have a Napoleon, but he
so about like 5, like normal height, 5'6".
Yeah, he's probably like a 5 or 6 beer guy, and he wants to fight. And I don't like those kinds of guys.
Dude,
that's the worst.
They always try to fight.
It's like, dude,
you're looking like Gimli out there. Dude.
Yeah, yeah. But no, but also,
my axe.
Where's my axe?
I didn't know if I was gonna be stepping in or treating somebody because I'm an EMT now.
Oh,
so
wow. Yeah, dude, I also want to, like, we're going on some tangents, but I love this. We can talk about saving lives and all that, but come on. You beating up some Blue Oyster fans or what?
No, I didn't have to step
Blue Oyster
in.
cunts.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, those guys.
They're good though. That's a good. I don't like my dad's music. A lot of it's ass. Like 80s butt rock is what I call it.
Some Skid Row.
No.
White Snake.
Leonard
Zeppelin.
No, Zeppelin's sick, dude. That's like the 60s and 70s. That's sick. I do like
Def Leppard.
He likes that, and I hate it.
Okay,
I like Motley Crue.
I still love Def Leppard, dude. Boy, some shit got me, bitch.
How the fuck did they come across the name Def Leppard?
I don't know.
Who knows? They got a one-armed drummer though. That's pretty badass.
Is it like
amputee percussionist is what they should be called?
I know a guy that has both his arms cut off to the elbow. Tragic accident. This drummer, is it like the shoulder?
I don't know.
It's legit just one.
He flipped a Corvette and his arm was pinned or something. So now he's got a bunch of pedals to do what his arm should have done.
It's still pretty baller though.
It is. It's pretty
That's
badass.
insane.
But I hate their music.
I can't drum with 2 hands. You can jam out on some drum sets.
Yeah, I used to play. Do you remember the Marlboro Cowboys in high school? It was our band. Me, Brett Baker, Alex Bell.
Oh, wow.
Battle the band?
Yeah, dude.
I totally forgot about
the Marlboro Cowboys. Anywho.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I like Motley Crue. I like Blue Oyster Cult, but the rest is all shit. I did.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
I know. I like Motley Crue.
But the rest of it's all shit. My dad loves that stuff. I don't know how I got on this topic, but I hate it. I hate that music.
I know all about it. It's like the same shit my parents listen to.
Can't say that's the same for my parents. They are not about. They're like
classic jazz.
I
think I fancy.
We're urbanites. I guess.
Dude, yeah, these are just fucking savages wearing women's clothing and big ass poofy hair.
What?
Dude, the hair, what do they call them?
Easy.
It was
the pompadour.
During the 80s, there's a word. It was like
afro.
You think about Jerry curl?
They all had like the big ass poofy hair.
Yeah.
All the Def Leppards.
Like the hair. That was called hair rock, right?
Hair metal.
Hair metal. That's what it's called.
Yeah, retired. There's no rock stars today.
Not really.
Who's like the biggest rock? Can you name who a rock star is right now?
Well, I think rock has kind of gone into like different genre, like pop.
It's like pop rock, or it's weird.
Dude, I used to listen to a bunch of like screamo, punk bands, dude. Warped Tour. Did you ever go to Warped Tour?
No,
I did.
Vans Warped Tour, some Breathe Carolina.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, dude. Devil Wears Prada. I still listen to it every now and then.
I loved The Fall of Troy, dude. They were pretty hardcore.
The Fall of Troy. I don't know that. I remember Katy Perry was the first time I went to Warped Tour. Katy Perry was there.
What?
It was the first.
That's so weird.
It was after this Warped Tour, like a year later, I kissed a girl, blew the fuck up, and I was like, it wasn't even that good. Like I heard her live.
Yeah.
But yeah, 303. We played some beer pong against 303.
Oh no shit.
We had a friend who he was an electrician for the Warped Tour or stage setup. I can't remember what he did. We jumped in the trunk of his Honda Civic coupe, me and Antip, and he just smuggled us in across the border, across the fencing. So we were backstage, like all the bands are out. Met a bunch of rock stars. Don't know your band, but what's up, dude?
Fuck yeah.
It was badass, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's hardcore.
that was pretty hardcore. That's pretty rock and roll.
That is pretty rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah, I would say my biggest experience with rock and roll is School of Rock.
School of Rock. Hey, ain't nothing
Great
wrong with
movie.
Jack Black.
Great movie. Battle of the Bands is in that too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battle of the Bands, dude.
Battle
I
of
went
the
to it one
Bands.
time.
Yeah. I think I went to it like once or
Again,
twice.
Brett Baker. Haven't heard that name in so long.
I still see him every once in a while.
You still see him?
Yeah, he's living kind of out near where I live.
Is he married?
He
Working?
was. He's dating a girl now, and he just lives out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, like middle of nowhere, out kind of in the Malala corridor.
That's what.
He's got some land, dude. It's sweet.
Intermission. We've reached the halfway point through the podcast. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a...
What do you like? You got country? You town?
I like everything. I like old country. If we're talking about country, like Hank Williams. Yeah, like Handsome Family. You ever hear about them?
Hanson Family?
The Handsome Family.
Probably
band.
know songs.
It's like murder. It's like a murder ballad.
Yeah, I went to
Kinda
Country
music?
Fest.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Dude, the Weimar one, not yikes, dude. So fun.
Is it?
So, dude, Country Fest, they don't have, it was the Weimar Country Music Fest in Brownsville over there by
Yeah.
Corvallis.
I've heard of it. It sounds like hell.
Hey, I didn't know what I was getting into. My friend was like, I got 2 VIP tickets, but
So the
it
Weimar.
was the first,
Fest.
like we showed up Friday night. It's like a 3-day, Thursday through Sunday or Friday through Sunday. We got there like in the evening of the first day. So we had no parking, no camping spot, no nothing. And then some dude just Craigslist calls us up, sold us a camping spot next to his spot. And then he was like, I saw you guys' number when I called. You guys from Woodburn? And we're like, yeah. And then they knew that people that we knew. We had a tent in the RV parking. We had a tent set up between 2 RVs. Dude, it was,
The party
it was
loft.
so ratchet, but dude. Underrated time. Underrated.
I've seen
Country
pics.
Fest,
There's a
dude.
lot of babes.
Dude, there's just redneck ass swimming pools, like beds of trucks.
Oh
Dude,
my
with just like a
God.
big ass tarp in there. There was a rave going on in an RV. I don't know what was going on, but dude, that was a holy tangent. It was
Yeah.
where I was creeping on your Instagram. Where were you riding camels at?
That was in Israel.
That was in Israel.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was in Israel. Okay.
I was close, dude.
You were right.
Where'd you guess?
I don't know. I was just like Middle East, Africa, like somewhere where there's camels. I don't know who's
Yeah.
still rocking
Egypt.
camels. Egypt, dude.
Yeah.
I want to go to Egypt.
It's cool.
Have you been to Egypt? Where have you been? I want to get in.
over
I
there-
love traveling, dude.
over there, only Israel, actually. But
How was the camel ride? Did you get spit on? Like a
no,
little salute?
what's
Dude,
spooky
spit on
though?
me.
It's kind of like riding a horse. The only thing that's weird is they get down like on their elbows
Yeah.
in the front. And when they stand up back legs first. So you feel like you're going to endo right over its face and just eat shit. But you just, hold on and lean back and you're fine. It's weird when they get up though.
They dicks, easy to ride.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how to ride horses.
It was like
It's
a-
like riding a horse. I'm like,
Really? You don't know how to ride a horse?
I've ridden one like going with that's attached to like this, like those slave horses.
Yeah.
They just go around that circle thing.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most.
They all have
Yeah.
like their own little pen that just moves. I've been on one of those. I'm like, dude,
That's a horse, I guess.
I want horses. I want to ride horses.
Not me.
They're expensive to have.
Yeah. Yeah. And
They're dicks
Camel jockey
too.
for you. Have you been converted to camels?
no, I don't want anything with 4 legs. I mean, it's to me like the horses. The problem is, first of all, we don't get along. They don't like me. And then secondly,
Boy, dude, when you have a huge dong, you just walk up. The
They
horse
get
is like fucking
intimidated.
competition. Dude.
no, the other thing is like I dated a girl who was really into horses and all that. Horses will always be
First red flag right
Yeah,
there.
Hey, yeah, what's with girls and horses? There's a stereotype.
the horse will always be number one no matter what. Always.
Dude, it seems like, I don't know about you guys, but every
conspiracy
girl,
corner.
they fuck their horses. So like there's no conspiracy, dude. No, I'm serious.
You got a spit take on
every
that.
horse girl I've ever known loved her horse more than her parents. And I'm like, dude, what is going on here? And it's a male horse. No girls have female horses. What is that? That's gay. A girl with a female horse. No,
these are changing times, Rody. I mean,
dude, that's why.
Maybe a girl on girl horse.
Horse girls are always single. Horse girls are always single. They're never satisfied with the little like average 6-incher, that comes their way. They're like, dude, I've seen dick. You ain't got it.
Dude, you want to know what's weird? This is super weird. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Do you know the corner of like Bernard's Road and Barlow? Like that. There's like those miniature horses there right across from the big grassy thing. So have you seen the gigantic arena that got built there? I built that.
Yeah, it's a fighting horse.
Congratulations.
Yes. Well,
they're fighting horses in there.
They're fighting.
Shetlands.
Wow.
Dude, is that what they're called?
No, these are actually, I asked the lady, I was like, so are these like Shetland ponies? And she's like, no, they're miniature horses.
Asshole.
She got pissed. They're mini horses. It's an actual breed. And I'm like, okay. And anyway, so whilst building this gigantic arena for her to, these little mini horses, you don't ride them.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't ride them. They pull a cart that you're in. It's weird. And these are like competition. Like she has some of the nicest mini horses. I built it in the springtime. And these miniature horses, all of them is mini except for one part. And it is so fucking weird, man.
Okay. I see where this is going.
It's so weird. It's very strange.
Dude, I think there's no such thing as a mini horse species. They were obviously bred to get to that point.
If you tell this lady that, she'll probably kill you. She's weird.
She'll spit on you like a camel.
Like growing up, I've driven past that horse farm every day. I got someone offered me if I wanted a 3-year-old miniature horse. And I was
How do you walk into that situation?
Someone I know.
Hard pass.
Horse girl was like, hey, you didn't want to charge me like this horse must be, horses are expensive. This horse must be an asshole if you're trying to just pawn him off to me. Didn't take him. But I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this like obnoxious dog? But like,
you can make money in your front yard by having neighborhood kids just hop on and go around in a circle.
Staying on the end of my parents' street. Free horse rides.
No. You got to charge for that.
I think you go to jail for that. That sounds weird.
But they would. Do you have a business license over here? Hey man, I'm making tacos and giving out horse rides. Give me a break.
Tacos al pastor.
Yeah, if a horse doesn't perform, it's going to the tacos.
You've read that. You've read Animal Farm. We getting rid of the strong one.
That's right.
But
to bounce off what Logan was trying to get to, I wonder if they were bred to be the largest dick to body size.
Proportionally,
proportionally.
It was strange. And
biggest dick to body size.
Mesmerized by dick, dude.
In the spring, they're excited, and they get the little males.
Is there females on this farm?
Yeah,
or is it just
there were males and females.
I wonder if they have just like the largest
vaginas. Is there a term
vaginas
for a stallion?
Per capita.
Is it every male horse a stallion?
Stud.
A stud?
Yeah.
Stud.
What's a girl horse?
A mare?
Okay, Mr. Horse Expert. All right.
I'm
the condescending tone.
Yeah, dude,
I'm sorry if I sounded condescending. I didn't.
No, I love it. That's fucking funny.
A mare, yeah.
Don't know horses, but I
got to show you guys a video of I think one like TLC did like a profile of like horse fuckers.
Oh Lord.
And Mr. Hands? Was Mr. Hands in this?
No, because he died, I thought.
I don't know if it's like a tribute or something.
Is that the guy? Is that the
guy
who died and getting fucked by a horse? Yeah.
I didn't see that. I didn't see the video. But I heard about it.
I think I heard it on like Joe Rogan or some shit, and it was like, whoa.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
I've watched the video at least 20 times. Disturbing every time.
But you were showing other people. I gotta
make sure it's real, dude.
I didn't know there was a video.
I was showing other people.
Yeah.
Hey man, have you seen this video? Yeah. Do you know Mr. Hands?
I've watched it like 19 times.
Like, who the fuck is Mr. Hands? I'll show you,
man.
That was in Oregon, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's in Eastern Oregon.
Wow.
I want to say.
Ain't nothing to do but sisters. They're in Redmond, banging horses.
Ain't nothing to do but do your sisters and horses.
The thing about that story, he was part of this little like this little crew.
You've done your research,
break into people. Yeah, I was like, who the fuck dies by get fucked by a horse? That's some 1,000 ways to die shit right there. So I did some research on it. He had a crew of some bestiality guys. They would break into barns,
steal.
It's off the internet. So what I read, this just could all be a lie. If you want to find out, I'm not putting no bibliography in here.
Cite your sources.
Yeah, I'm not citing those sources.
APA.
The gutta. But yeah, they would break into people's barns and just record videos of them and farm animals.
Wow.
That's rough.
That's embarrassing. Do you even have like what do they call those in the newspaper after someone dies?
Obituary.
Jinx. There you go.
Yeah, that's weird.
Nathan died of...
Huge fan of horses.
of a deathly prolapsed anus.
Dude.
One could say he was a fan of horses.
Yeah, I don't know. That takes some wordsmanship to put an obit out. That doesn't just say like, oh, he died because he fucked horses.
Imagine Valentine's Day.
Took a dick too
nice
big.
Restaurant with a horse. This is my service animal. Dude, I saw a picture of someone. Okay, I don't know. What do you guys think about service animals? I saw this picture. This person had the miniature horse. It had a full setup with some like backpacks on it. It had like the face, the eye covering or whatever.
The blinders.
And like all these like Sharpied on. Do not pet. Do not pet service horse.
Is that animal abuse? Like riding on an animal?
It's gotta be.
You know?
First of all,
service animals are fucked up. This horse was clearly a slave.
Yeah, some of them, like some of the dogs, that's like what they were bred to do, and that's what they kind of want to do.
If you're blind or you're deaf I understand it. But if you're like, I need emotionally needed emotional service animal.
Sort of a luxury almost.
First, I must say, if a horse says do not pet on it, don't worry. Rest assured, I could give 2 fucks about your horse. I hate horses. I'm not going to pet that stupid thing. Second, if it's on a plane and it's next to me, I'm probably going to call the stewardess.
Horse on a plane.
I might sue the airline.
I think I
could
could
just
be lying.
Shit anywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you think about like a dog on a airplane?
Yeah,
these dogs just fart and shit. Like, they don't give a fuck. They
but so do a lot of travelers. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, you could train a dog, right? To do that. And I think horses, I'm really not sure if you can potty train them. I mean, I bet you can if you tried hard enough, but they just like what they do is they just like their existence, like you're talking about the Shetland pony or like the ponies that walk around.
Like his dick is 4 times bigger than the average male's penis. You think a horse is like, I'm not listening
4
to this
times?
dude.
That's it?
Yeah.
What are you working with?
Ooh, enough.
Enough, dude. Got a hammer
4
over
times.
there.
Emoji.
4 times, wow.
Yeah,
but people hustle the system because you see the most bearded dragon service animal. Get out of my face.
Yeah,
for sure. Just like people game in the system. People. I mean, isn't there like a law that you can't ask if an animal is a service animal?
There's weird shit. I should know
like
this.
Some stuff.
I'm a landlord and I should know some of this stuff. Luckily, my renters are super chill. But like, you can be forced to let a dog or what have you live in your house that you own that you're renting out because they claim it's this or that.
Do you do pets?
No. No pets in my place.
You don't have sex with pets, okay.
Me either.
No, I do the no pet thing, but you can't deny them renting your place based on the fact that they have a dog. It's like, hey, I just put some fucking expensive wood floors down. Do you think I want claws all over that shit? No. But you can't say no. So they have the right to fuck up your stuff.
Get a security deposit.
Yeah.
Snatch it up.
I mean, how big of can you cover brand new, beautiful hardwood floors in a security? Probably not. I mean,
no, they owe you money. At that
shit.
Point.
I mean, you could charge them, but it's weird. Some of that stuff's weird.
Do you have any like hardcore rules?
No, I'm a pretty lax landlord. I actually under
Do they
rent.
call you a lot? to,
No,
like,
see,
come
that's
over?
the thing. I under rent them. It's a strategy I've employed. It's probably stupid, but I undercharge them and I say, hey, look, here's market value. Here's what you're going to pay. Don't ever call me and
Yeah.
just take care of it.
Exactly.
And that they've taken that to heart. Like if the second you call me for the water heater at 2 a.m., your rent goes way up and that's it. And then they're pretty chill about it. That's maybe illegal, but I don't know.
Might have to hire a lawyer after this. But yeah, man, like I had roommates in here when I first moved in for 6 months. And there was like
Roommates is
oh dude, when you're married, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Just I love you.
but they were more like family.
Can't live here.
Like
It was family.
yeah.
But they wanted this door, they couldn't move a hinge over a little bit because the door wouldn't like lock or close all the way. I'm like, you got to move the hinge over. They wanted to call my landlord. They like text him. My landlord calls me. Hey, deal with this. And I'm like, all right, I got you. But
There's some shit. I like clearly I'm legal about it, obviously, but I've told them like, furnace goes out. Yeah, I'm going to replace that. And the hot water heater. Yeah, I'll get to it, but don't call me at 2 a.m. And that's why you're paying under rent. And that's the approach I've
where's
taken.
Interesting.
Actually, off air. Don't tell me where your location is.
Don't dox.
Back to you were talking about EMT earlier.
Yeah.
Was that after Gold Rush? Before Gold Rush?
After. Yeah, that was after.
How long did you do that for?
I'm still a nationally registered and licensed EMT in the state of Oregon still. And that's because I'm trying to become a firefighter. And so
Awesome.
that's the baseline. I'm going on to paramedic. That takes a little bit more time and some prereqs that I don't have. But
What's the difference in responsibilities and
your scope of practice is way bigger as a paramedic. However, in Oregon is the closest between the two because EMTs in Oregon can do way more than EMTs in it's kind of a testing state. They test a lot of the skills here on EMTs.
Oh, okay.
So as an EMT here, it's almost like it's an unfair comparison. But an EMT here, I can do way more stuff, give way more drugs, do way more interventions.
Did you drive or were you passenger?
I haven't been in an ambulance yet. I haven't been there. I'm just licensed. So like if you dropped right now, you'd be in good hands. But I'm doing it to become
if you
a
dropped
firefighter.
right now, you'd be in good hands too.
Yeah, you got your CPR card and all that?
Yeah, I went to nursing school.
Did you really?
I
That's
literally
right, registered nurse.
No, I'm not a registered nurse.
What's the technical term?
LPN, licensed practical
Right.
nurse.
Oh,
yes.
really?
One below.
Let's not get it twisted.
Okay.
I still have about 4 months, but it was 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to go back, but I'm
Yeah.
also like in a spot where I'm like,
School sucks.
I need to finish it. Dude, what fucked me up was because nursing school hard to get into.
Yeah.
Got into it, and if I failed the class,
Mhm.
my easiest class, I A's in everything. My easiest class was gerontology, the study of old people. So I'm like, oh, dude, easiest class, but you have to get a 74%
Yeah.
to pass the class.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is my easiest class, so I think that I could kind of
You let it ride.
I
and
let it
then-
ride.
yeah.
And after finals, I had a 73%.
Oh.
And the program director of the nursing program director was like, come into my office. I'll give you a 10 question, like math, like,
Mhm.
weights, conversions and shit. I got a 9 out of 10 on that quiz. So my grade was 73.9.
Yeah.
She would not, she didn't pass me.
Oh my
Damn.
God.
And I was like, fuck. And then once you fail a class, you get put on a waiting list
Yeah.
to get put in. And there's so many BZs coming in. There's so many girls. I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse.
Dude, it's a sweet job.
But yeah, like I've done clinicals, like worked in the hospital and stuff.
Yeah. I've done that. I've done several clinicals, like in the ER as an ER tech, and
I
then
pulled shit out of a coma patient's asshole. Like, dude, I've done.
Dude, so
nothing grosses me out.
medical term. I was in the ER room when we had a dissected descending aortic aneurysm. Oh,
In the
that's talking about like sorry, you're going to bleed out in like 2 minutes. Like there was no emergency operating room there. It was at Willamette Falls, and they're like, oh shit, stay calm.
You're going to die.
Person's going to die.
Dude.
You don't tell them because they're going to be gone in like 30 seconds.
The dopamine's kicking in. They're already seeing, like, they're already on DMT.
Just head towards the light.
Yeah.
Just
keep walking.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's...
Damn.
There was actually a chick in my class who had an aneurysm and survived.
Oh, yeah.
So I was
that's nuts.
Living proof right here
Yeah.
that it can happen. But damn, so how many rides you go on? You see some crazy shit. My dad was a volunteer firefighter for many years at Monitor.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
Dude, some of the stories that my dad has is pretty wild, but
I've seen some wild ones. But it's all so interesting. You know, I don't know. You're not supposed to talk about it necessarily. Like, you can talk about it as long as you don't give names and that says. But at the same time, like, most people don't want to hear some of the shit you see.
Oh, no.
Because it takes a certain kind of person to want to see that, or not that you want to see it, but a certain person who can handle it.
You just get in that zone, like, this is my job. This is my
attempted ending of one's life stuff, like responding to that kind of stuff is kind of rough and it's weird, and I've just done that quite a bit. A lot of OD.
Is there a reason that you wouldn't say the actual word?
Like suicide stuff. Yeah. Is
there a reason that, like, you chose to say ending of life as opposed to suicide?
No.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Just, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's like a lot of, dude, Gresham is fucking crazy with fentanyl right now.
Dude.
I went on some wicked overdoses.
I hate Gresham.
But yeah, some wicked overdoses like fentanyl it's hard to bring them back from that. It takes a lot of Narcan. And
I know recently some people got KO'd by the fentanyl.
Yeah.
That's scary as shit, man.
Yeah.
So like, people are out, like, whatever things that you guys are doing, just know that there's some bad shit going. There's some fentanyl is terrible.
Yeah. And it's oftentimes too far. You're too far gone. Respiratory arrest, and like it's bad. No, is it a bad? Like, if you OD, is it mostly cause of death from drowning? No, I'd say respiratory arrest probably. You just stop breathing.
Heart attack. Like, what the fuck is this?
No, you get so relaxed that your diaphragm just quits working and you quit breathing.
Huh. Wow.
But
dude, hey, heart, wake up. Like,
that's how you show up. They've got a cyanotic collar, so like from their upper forehead to like their shoulders is bright purple, and they because they haven't been breathing.
Wow.
No, I've done several clinicals and all that shit, but I haven't worked for like AMR or Metro West or anything because I'm trying to be a firefighter, and I just don't have the bandwidth. I'm also a realtor. So
are you trying to actually be on the payroll, or you just volunteer?
No, I'm just licensed at this point. So I'm selling houses. I'm a licensed EMT, and I'm applied at like every fire station within 1,000 miles. And at some point, I will be picked up as a firefighter, and you have to be an EMT to be a firefighter. And so that's why I have the EMT. Don't care to do the ambulance shit.
No.
When I'm a firefighter, I will love, and obviously, like I said, I'm going to go on to paramedic. I love the medical side of things, but I don't want to get ground down to a little stump in an ambulance because they work those fuckers hard for like $18 an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not into that. It's a tragedy.
$18 an hour, and you see some shit.
It's a tragedy.
PTSD.
Dude.
Some people, man.
It's so sad to me. Like, all these people, $15 an hour minimum wage, all that kind of shit. It's like, dude, the fucking people you want to see on your worst day of your life are making 18. So you think that you flipping a burger is worth what they're doing? Because it's not. It just isn't.
Yeah. The EMT, sure. I know a couple EMTs, and I'm like, that pay scale.
Yeah. It's rough.
You guys got to go on strike a little bit, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm going for the golden combo because firefighter schedules are like you're on 24 hours, you're off 48. So in the 48, I can sell houses. On the 24, I can put houses out of fire and save lives. Yeah, it's
hustling.
One's like very fulfilling and one is super lucrative. And I like the combination of the two.
And chicks dig firefighters, dude.
That's not wrong.
Chicks dig firefighters.
What made you choose firefighting as opposed to
My dad was a firefighter at Gresham for 30 years, and I just think it's just super badass.
How many crack houses did your dad have to tend to in Gresham?
But a bajillion. He was on the hazmat team for years, and he busted so many.
Gresham so much. G-Town. This is mini G-Town.
He took down, or not. He didn't take them down himself, but he was on the hazmat crew there. And back before they got rid of pseudoephedrine, that's when like there were meth labs everywhere, and he on the hazmat crew, he had to dismantle many of them.
There was a picture that I saw like circulating on the internet. I think he was in Detroit. There was just a burning group of firefighters, a team that came out. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't remember the story if it was. I know that the house was unoccupied. It was vacant, so no one was there, and the house was on fire. The whole fire crew came. It was probably like some foreclosure that they were just doing a training on,
Yeah.
And they took a picture, like the whole squad, in front of the burning house, and the heat, the fake Twitter world. That's
yeah.
Dude, do you have Twitter?
Yes.
What's your Twitter? So you guys can go follow Gold Rush Logan Pierce, baby, on Twitter.
At Logan Pierce, and be careful because there is an adult film star named Logan Pierce as well.
Oh, wow.
I snatched the handle before him though. I've had a Twitter.
You trying to sell it to him? No,
it's OG though. I got it in 2008. So I'm at Logan Pierce with no periods, nothing. And people tag me in his shit all the time because they think, no,
So
I got that.
That's amazing.
I got that handle.
New anal scene.
Dude, you
can
just catfish. I think everybody catfishes these days, dude.
I
you
guess.
Just put a picture of and that's not even his real name, so he could fuck off.
I don't know. Maybe.
I doubt it. Porn star names. I know porn stars who their porn star name is not their real name.
Okay,
no, for sure. Do you know yours?
My porn star name, Esteban, dude. He's my porn star.
There's a formula to it. The street that you grew up on.
Oh yes. What are these
and the name of your first pet.
wait, what was the first street?
The first street that you like, or the street that you grew up on.
Oh, it's Candlelight Chaz.
That's amazing.
That's like the biggest douchebag name.
I'm 12th
You're
loop.
romantic.
12th loop Rupert.
12th loop.
Dude. And don't get mistaken by the 12.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Where is the 12th loop?
In Canby, Oregon.
Okay. But where on the woman's body is the 12th loop?
You don't want to know.
12th roll.
12th roll, yeah.
Wait. What's this fire thing and all the Twitter?
Oh, so, yeah, it was just, there was like outrage. Like, how could these firefighters like take a picture in front of a burning house? And then like one of the firefighters responded, vacant. No one owned it. We were doing a training. And I'm like, dude, that's why the Twitter world is insane.
Yeah.
That's not real life.
No.
Twitter, it is like, you ever like go to Enchanted Forest on mushrooms and you walk into that crazy room? You don't got to be on mushrooms.
I've never had that experience.
Me either. Just kidding. But you like walk in that crazy house. There's like mirrors everywhere, like the hypnotic spinning. That's Twitter, dude. It's the wild, wild west. There's porn on there. There's politics on there. There's other crazy people. Everything just intermingles. It's insane.
I can feel my blood pressure rising. Like when I get on there, I'm just like, you motherfuckers, really?
There's a lot of dumb people.
There are. And we've given them a platform and it sucks.
Dude, like in one hand, like Twitter, thank you. I'm blessed that, no, you don't bless me, but I'm glad that you allow me to talk my shit on your Twitter. But like if Twitter went away tomorrow, if Twitter, Facebook went away tomorrow, I'm all for it. Because we grew up, like I've talked to Winnie about this before. We grew up in a time where I got a flip phone in 8th grade and I could only use it on Sundays. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're millennials, right?
Yeah.
We're like the tail end, I think.
Yeah, we're the OGs. We're the OGs.
No. We're like riding on the early guys' coattails.
They call us daddy. We're Grams.
Yeah.
Who are these 22-year-olds? What generation is that?
Gen
X? Gen Z?
Let me just say, not a fan.
Not a fan. Dude.
Let it be known.
22-year-olds now. I feel like, dude. Like, and it goes for like our parents. They look at us, they call us like, oh my gosh, you guys don't know jack shit. I think and that goes in like sports, the older guys from back in the day. They're like, oh, you young guys, like even though the game has evolved, like
right,
so much, all the older guys, we made all this, but that's like how our parents are, and that's how we just by default we're like, man,
it's how it's always been. It will always be that same way.
But I feel like it's an exponential curve. Like I felt like I was pretty
not a smooth parabola.
I was pretty bad in high school. Now there's like kids fucking in the halls, or I don't know. I wouldn't know, but it just seems like it's gotten
okay, boomer.
Way worse.
That's hot, dude. The big ass bathroom by the gym. You know that you need a key. That's the one.
Yeah, no, it just seems like they're just getting bad. But I guess I'm a boomer.
Yeah.
What did you think about the California fires?
Didn't watch that close.
I
don't remember what I was doing. I'm always doing stuff where I'm super far removed from current events. I remember
maybe it's for the better.
It is probably 100%.
I remember one time I came back from mining and I'm literally off the grid for months, like many months.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
We were talking about like fights earlier. How long is the season? How long are you from when you get there to when you guys pull all the equipment out, put on the trailer? 7 months
for some of us.
It gets hot between team members.
Yeah,
it
does.
That's spicy. When I'm in Alaska, there's like 4 guys on a boat, and you're on a boat for a couple of months. Man, you fight. I got fights, but like they're my best friends or like my family, so you fight. The next day, my bad.
Makes sense.
I'm on a fucking boat in Alaska.
It's a 4-person fraternity.
Yeah, things ever get heated, anyone like storm off and just quit this show.
Oh yeah, many times. It was wild. There's only one, I want to say, serious physical situation.
Altercation, yeah.
Yeah.
I was digging there. Or like the other crews, so on Gold Rush, you know, there's always like the rival crews they have. Right. In real life, you guys all chill with them? Or you guys like, man, fuck you, you stole all our gold?
For the most part, especially towards the beginning, it seemed like, because you're in your own little microcosm of this show, is like, towards the beginning, I was like, oh, cool, there's another crew. Like on the show, that's our competition. And then it never got to me because I wasn't invested in the show. I didn't watch the show. I didn't do any of that. I went up there to work.
And you never watched the show?
I watched the first season.
What do you think about seeing yourself on there? You didn't watch any of your episodes?
That's the thing, is I didn't really see myself, and I was like, oh, well, that's bullshit. I was there the whole time. So then
Discovery. Ring, Discovery.
You gotta call your agent.
So then it just turned, at first, to be honest, I was like, oh, I'm going to be famous. Cool. And then I watched right when I got home after the first year, and I was like, oh, I was on the screen for like 30 seconds.
Well, you know, because they're recording like the whole time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I bet there's so much more juicier stuff that got cut out than they put on the show.
Yeah.
You know, some guy just getting his ass ripped apart, like getting bitched out for like fucking something up.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, I feel like that would be, okay.
Some of it makes a show.
Some of it, you just can't bleep out like 3 sentences in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I'd watch that.
Oh, dude.
I don't know.
I think people would gravitate towards that, but this is like cable TV it's so just polluted. Like you can't put that. That's why there's like stuff like these podcasts and YouTube shows that blow cable networks out of the water, because you get the real the authenticity of it.
You could do long form with this. It's not set by, you don't have commercial breaks, you don't have all this shit. You can actually say what you want to say.
And you can access it whenever you want as well.
That is true.
Yeah.
So when you guys were on location, how far were you guys from like the nearest town? You guys set up tents? Like what's the lodging look like?
How was the food too?
Food was awful. I will never eat spaghetti ever again.
Yeah, so warm up some Prego. Boil some noodles. Yeah,
there was one year we had this cook who was making outrageous amounts of money because nobody would do it, so we had to pay so much. And granted, the guy was in charge of feeding.
Did he get airtime?
The guy?
The cook?
No.
All right.
No, but
we're paying you too good to be getting airtime.
He was hired by our crew. Like he wasn't getting paid by the TV or anything. So he had to cook for like 20 something people, all the miners, their wives, and this and that. And the fucking guy, this is not a joke. And this is why I'll never eat spaghetti again or anything with red sauce, except for pizza. I like that. But he would make spaghetti for lunch. Then he would make lasagna for dinner. Then the next day for lunch would be baked spaghetti. Then the next night for dinner would be like leftover lasagna. The only time he changed it up.
And he was getting paid the big bucks?
Oh yeah, dude. It was so much money. It would blow your mind. But, yeah, the fucking guy made spaghetti.
You just put a Craigslist ad up.
He figured out the formula, though.
The only
hustled you guys.
Lasagna,
dude.
you know what lasagna is?
Love
it's
lasagna.
horizontal spaghetti. It's the same fucking thing. It's just sideways.
It has like a different cheese in there too. It's like
he didn't put that in.
He didn't put that. Yeah,
It was
special
like,
cheese.
So it was like
Not the special cheese.
You'd break it up.
They got like an allowance. What do they call it? What's
a
that?
ration?
A budget or something.
A budget, yeah. You got a budget
Of
for
cheese.
Yeah. Whatever he needs to cook, he's probably, we'll just pocket the extra cheese.
He did. And the only time he would break it up and it was something without red sauce and noodles was like shepherd's pie, which is, used to like it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, used to.
Used to like it.
Dude, it's so similar to like being on the boat in Alaska. Like we were talking about, because we'll work like 8 hours on.
Mhm.
We'll get about 4 hours off. And then like once the weekend comes, most like the American, all the Russian, there's a fuckload of Russian fishermen. So like weekends, we'll always head to the harbor on Saturday and then hang out on Sunday. The other fishermen just all week, every day, every opener. And dude, the food is like, you want a peanut butter sandwich? Yeah, you got some jelly at least? Come on, man. But a lot of Prego and a lot of noodles.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of fish, dude. I love fish. I love seafood. But like salmon, I was like, I got a good one over here. But we ate a lot of some caviar, fresh. Like pull that caviar out, prep it. Oh, dude,
Wow.
so good. Because there's like a thing about sending caviar home.
Mm-hmm.
It has a different taste than when you just
Fresh.
I thought it was called roe.
bro.
Is that
You
the
can
same?
eat it.
Is that the same thing? Roe and
I
caviar.
I think caviar comes from a specific fish, which is sturgeon.
Yeah, caviar is specific fish, but I mean,
But
eggs.
roe,
it's
you could have
all
salmon
essential.
roe.
Same shit.
When I think of roe, I think of like actual like rod fishing. Got to row with some bait. I just call it all caviar, but
Yeah.
it's bomb.
I forgot how we got. Oh, so speaking of not being on current times, that's where we were when.
Yeah.
So
Us slowly
happens a
devolving
lot.
That
into
was a-
boomers. Yeah.
yeah. So I remember coming home one year. I'm coming back from the middle of the forest, and I heard this song on the radio one day, and it was like Gangnam Style, I think is what it's called.
Shit!
I
You
was
guys had a did you guys do an episode Team Gangnam style? Day?
No, we didn't. But I came home, I'm like, what is this shit? I thought it was the worst thing ever. And someone's like, are you serious? You've never heard that song? I'm like, no, I've never heard it before, and I never want to hear it again. It just like blew people's mind. You've never heard this song. It's played nonstop on a loop for the last 6 months. Nope, never heard it. It's weird.
You can thank yourself. I mean,
It's nice.
I mean,
like
that's-
not
I mean,
having
that's-
real phone service. It's like
Yeah.
being away.
it's kind of zen in a way, but at the same time, you're
You know what's weird though is when
slaving
you're,
away.
when you're gone, you think about friends and family and all this, and you're like, oh man, I wonder what they're doing. And they are probably wondering what I'm doing.
There's
I
at
remember-
home watching 2.5 Men. Some
Yeah.
bullshit.
I get home, I call a couple buddies like Parker for us or something. He's like, sup dog? And I'm like, hey, I'm back. He's like, where were you? I'm like, dude, I've been gone since April. And he's like, oh, cool. And then that's it. And like, they
Aw.
have no clue what you were doing. It's like,
Dude.
man, I was thinking about my friends this whole time, and they're like, no, you're back. I didn't know you were gone.
Just isolated.
friends.
I understand exactly what you're talking about.
It's weird.
It's unfortunate.
I got arrested in Alaska, and people like hit me up like, "What happened?" And then because they didn't hear from me for a while, I don't want to talk about that on here. On here though, that could be a different day. But yeah, you guys lodging. How far were you guys from town?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys ever go into town, go tear it up a little bit?
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
a little release.
Up in the Yukon, we were like 2.5 hours.
Yukon. Like,
It's like the territory, like British Columbia.
Big swath.
okay, it's by BC.
Yeah,
it's
like
right
a-
up from BC.
It's
Yeah.
straight up from BC. Basically,
I only know Alberta. I've only been in Alberta.
okay.
Alberta's to the right.
So Fairbanks, Alaska,
Mm-hmm.
we were straight over like
You hit up the hot
100
springs over there?
100 miles or something. Yeah, we hit Liard Hot Springs. That's way northern BC. Basically, from where we're sitting, I was like 3,000 miles north.
So crazy. It's the same continent.
Yeah, it's huge,
It's
man.
insane. Yeah.
So from Dawson, we were like 2.5 hours, which Dawson is barely a town. There's not much there.
Wide spot in the road.
Yeah, and then to Whitehorse was like 10 hours, and they have a movie theater. It's like 2 screens.
Yeah, dude.
And you wonder why people get addicted to meth out there.
Yeah,
Do you guys ever get close to like any Indian burial grounds?
maybe.
Ooh, actually,
They have a lot of like sketchy shit. A lot of Stephen King shit is with Indian burial
I was wondering
grounds.
about Bigfoot.
Oh yeah.
Any Bigfoot stories
No,
in the Yukon territories?
no Bigfoot stories. I think he's in Oregon.
you might, up in the Molalla area.
Yeah, I
the
was-
foothills.
How many, when you're digging,
Mm-hmm.
is there other crew members around you, or is it just you isolated alone?
Yeah, I had truckers, so I was in the excavator and I'd load the trucks. So I had like 8 guys cycling. They'd come to me, I'd load their truck, and they'd leave. You know, so
So
I
you just load up with dirt, they take it somewhere,
To the wash
unload it,
plant, yeah.
and that's where they find.
yeah, up to our wash plant. It's a big area. We had a huge wash plant, and so my truckers would drive down into the pit. One year we took 30 acres down like 30 feet. So it was a huge pit.
It's a quarry.
Yeah,
that you guys made.
yeah. And so if I was at the back end of the pit, like my radio wasn't gonna reach the wash plant. It was that far, and we had some pretty serious radios. But yeah, they'd just come cycle through, and I'd load their truck. They'd go off, and that was we were pretty secluded. I listened to a lot of podcasts, a lot of music.
Nothing else to do.
No.
You're just shaking around. How's your back?
It hurts. It hurts. I was rough on my body for several years.
A lot of just jiggling around, dude.
Rode hard. Yeah, and I mean, it sounds like just operating equipment, but there's so much more to it. Just pulling the mats in the sluice spot. There's a lot of physical labor still.
Do you know your shit with the engines and stuff? Dude, that's what, like working on, like fishing, working on the boats,
Yeah.
learning shit about the engine. I don't know. I don't know shit about like vehicles.
Right.
Working
right.
on cars, no idea. In a boat, you're like, all right, I know what's going on a little bit over here.
Right.
So did you guys all tend to your own machines, or you guys actually had a diesel mechanic on site?
We had a diesel mechanic. Yeah. I mean, there are some things that are just like one time I lost a boom cylinder. So without going into too much detail, a very large hydraulic cylinder broke on my excavator. We had to replace it, and he got the thing all torn apart. We had to cut a giant wrench because it was a 5.5-inch nut, that like retaining nut that kept the cylinder inside the hydraulic. And to break the nut, to get it to break, we had to make a wrench that big.
You have to bring it a virgin.
Yeah. And so we had this like 3/4-inch AR plate, which is some fucking hard steel, with a 5.5-inch we made a giant wrench, and we were pushing on it with another excavator. We couldn't get the nut to break. So we ended up bringing a hydraulic wrench in, and it took 25,000 foot-pounds to break this nut. It was, so shit like that. I obviously cannot do that, but
That's unimaginable. Like thinking about doing that. That's crazy.
What's like a paintball shoot? Like
300 feet per second.
or like the with like I thought that was all like the pressure. PSI.
Oh, that depends on the air tank. There's like 4,500 PSI, 6,800. Dude, I know my shit with paintball.
yeah, but even PSI is different than foot-pounds. Like I don't know what it is on a tire. I think it's like 80 or 90 pounds for your lug nuts.
Oh wow.
So we had 25,000 foot-pounds of pressure on this one nut. It was nuts.
Yeah, you ain't moving that without bringing something in. Not a chance.
It's not like opening a pickle jar.
No.
It's like, oh, let me try.
Yeah.
You gotta bang around that. Life
Just
hack.
gotta knock it on the
You
table
gotta
a couple
bang around.
times.
Dude, the move is you gotta take like a butter knife, hit the lid all the way around, little indents, and then
Okay.
real easy. All right, boys, dude, we did like a solid hour and a half. When we wrap this show up, we do a little word of the week.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's dirty, sometimes it's
fun.
sometimes.
Whimsical.
The word?
Yeah.
All right,
What
got
is the
you.
word? You ready? Yeah.
All
You got
right.
it?
Yeah, I got you. About Gresh, before we get to word of the week, Gresham, I bought my little runaround car in Gresham.
Yeah.
And my wife, like I said, she's from Spokane. So we were driving through Gresham and like every little convenient little quickie mart's got the bars on the windows and the doors. And my wife's like, we're driving right through
It's
the
like
middle of
Oakland.
Gresham.
It sounds like fucking Oakland,
Foster Road, man. Foster.
Yeah.
My wife's like, what is going on here? I'm like, oh, it's a shithole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drive that every day.
Portland.
My office is in Gresham. Every day. I've sold I've sold many houses in Rockwood.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Rockwood
Cali?
is scary.
A lot of Cali people. You just, hey, perfect. Love the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's like that.
No, it's actually a good
Step
question
Brothers?
because
The scene from Step Brothers. KKK is like fucking waving at you. I'm trying to sell a house
great neighborhood,
here.
dude. We compost here.
Again,
that's it. Yeah,
It's some good
okay.
compost.
That's Portland. Obviously, is saturated by people, wanting to live here. Gresham is sort of that next, and Beaverton and all that too. But Beaverton is over the hill. Gresham is not.
It's still like
It's in the
if
numbers.
you want to talk about like realty, how hot is the market right now? And those California people, I feel like you could just sell them almost whatever price, they're going to come and cash it out.
Yeah. Californians are crazy that way. I mean, it makes it hard for a lot of my clients are from here, and it makes it hard when we're searching, especially in certain price points. In Gresham, 350 to 400,000, boom, gone in minutes. Like not literally, but basically, it's
a couple days, right? Yeah.
a day or two in that price range. If it's a decent house, if it's a shithole and it should be at 250, it's not going to sell.
Then the property brothers show up and like, we're gonna renovate this house.
HGTV.
Yeah, it's
Like Vanilla Ice Baby pulls up. We're gonna demo this house.
Yeah, no, real estate's it's pretty hot. Pretty hot right now.
So it is pretty hot. Yeah. So I do know the like people moving here, it's declining. It's not as hot as it used to be. Obviously.
We're full. I think we're full, man.
Yeah, I hope we're full because the traffic sucks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Wilsonville. It's all Wilsonville's fault.
Yeah.
They have this stupid three lane light to get onto the freeway.
Yeah.
Like I said, I come from almost Washington every day, and traffic.
Yeah, I can't
Traffic's
imagine
fine.
your
Traffic's fine. You
commute
hit Wilsonville,
Yeah.
and it's like Wilson. Once you get past the bridge, like going,
The Canby exit.
yeah. Once you get past there, but people go like 40 miles an hour every day on the bridge. My dude, at least go the speed limit.
Yeah.
Merging onto from like you pass Langdon.
Yeah.
And you merge onto the freeway every morning. There's two lanes.
Yeah.
Well, there's one lane, and if you try to like stay in one lane and keep going, dirtbags will like purposely pull out in front of you. I'm like, I'm gonna hit you. Like I'm just gonna hit you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
every time I drive through there, I have like video ready on my phone because like one of these days I'm just not gonna have it and be like, I'm gonna keep cruising in my lane because it says right lane ends, two lanes. You just merge. You go into the freeway.
Yeah.
But people just make up one single line. I'm like, how is this efficient? Like, this is,
Yeah.
but I've had people like pull in front of me. I'm like, get out of the way. Get
Yeah.
in your lane. Like
Yeah.
what you're doing is illegal.
Yeah. I've got full coverage. Let's ride this bitch out.
Exactly, dude. Let's total this a piece of shit. Let me at least get $5,000 out of this little run around cart. But like you said,
I'm so
good
glad.
luck to getting that firefighter job.
Thanks, man.
But you have real estate on the side,
Yeah.
dude. You've lived it. I like it. You traveled.
A lot of weird things. That's
Done
for
some-
sure.
done
Very,
some
very
cool-ass
eclectic
things.
resume.
Yeah, dude. You've seen so many different cultures, and that's why I love traveling because I like seeing how people live over here and where we live out here. You go to all these different places. Like when I'm in Alaska, we pull up to the harbor and it's in some little crack town that you can only get by boat or plane.
Yeah.
And dude, there's not a movie theater.
Yeah.
There's like 3 bars,
Yeah.
and it's all natives over there.
Yeah.
They don't like us white folk that pull in.
Some
But-
bar crusties.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. This bar, CN. It's called the CN.
Mhm.
See in till you can't see your way out.
Where the odds are good, but the goods are odd.
But the thing with fishing is when we come to the towns with the harbors, they have a bunch of fish processing plants.
Mm.
Their offices, like they get a bunch of like chicks from like Cali and San Diego coming out. So like for every 20 girls, there's like 2 of them will be like a solid 7. But you got 3s and 4s majority.
Yeah. we had a term, Dawson dimes. When you're up there for that long, there's some dimes. There's some dimes in town, but it's a Dawson dime. You have to be careful. When you come back home, you start thinking back, and it's like, that's actually a 3.
Yeah, dude, that's like, we're on the docks. So
Inflation.
Yeah.
When all the boats are like harbored up to the docks, and you see like some hottie walking down the docks, you're like, ooh, the fish in Bristol Bay or Cordova. That's the harbor we're in. We're like, that's a Cordova 9 right there. Oregon 5, Cordova 9.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Hollering at you, open up your little boat door. Hey, where you going? What boat you on?
Classic.
Dude, fun times, trouble times. All right,
word of the week.
Let's get to word of the week.
Word of the week.
On today's Roadhouse word of the week, the word is Kentucky tractor pull.
This sounds like a dirty one.
It's dirty. Any idea what it could be?
Let's give the
definition.
Let's let Logan go first. What's your definition of this?
A Kentucky tractor pull. I mean, I know this is going to be wrong, but I would guess it's just like those tractor pulls on TV.
All right, PG. All right. Winnie, what you got?
I think it involves...
There's some redneck shit.
This is redneck, okay.
Kentucky, there's probably a brother and sister involved.
Are we back on the horse fucking thing?
No, this is humans.
Okay.
Stepbrother, stepsister.
That's Brazzers.
Okay. Sister, brother.
Pornhub. First page.
Brother.
What are you doing, brother?
I think it's when the girl stands up and... Okay, so the girl stands up and the guy puts his feet on guy's shoulders.
She puts her feet on guy's shoulders.
No. The guy is
he puts his own feet on his shoulders?
On the shoulders, and she takes his dick and uses it like a steering wheel. And then they walk around like that.
Stick shift.
Can I change my answer? Because that sounds right.
No, you can't. Winfield for $500. That's a good. We could create a whole. No, we need to create a whole new word for that one. This is when a couple is having anal sex and the bottom runs off with the top still inside them. Tractor pull.
Whoa, okay.
You're like doggy style.
Okay.
And it says anal, but it doesn't got to be anal. I know it's 2020 and everyone's doing anal, but just doggy style, like. You're in the back, and then the girl or dude, whatever you're into, dude, they just take off. So you're riding them. Essentially, back to the horses. But it's a tractor pull.
Okay.
They jumped the gun. The gun went off, and they're the first off the line.
That was my second guess. That was my second guess.
You got that Cummins John Deere. Yeah. The John Deere just pulling up. Ladies and gentlemen.
And this is Urban Dictionary, or?
Oh. Maybe. Maybe. But,
we will not reveal our sources.
Yeah. We will not protect the whistleblower. So, guys, if you send in a video, I don't want to see no dicks. I don't want to see nothing sexual. But if you guys make a video over the close of a Kentucky tractor pull, the best one, we'll send you out some stickers, a hat, maybe a little tractor pull Roadhouse hat.
Are you afraid that somebody's actually going to send in the real McCoy?
Probably be in my DMs, dude. There's something going on. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the show.
I say send it. Send it as is.
Send it. And we just can't post it, but we can Epstein the shit out of you. Yeah. Not kill you, but blackmail. We'll blackmail you. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Roadhouz Podcast. And
thanks for Logan for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, yeah. Logan Pierce, Twitter, not the porn star. Not the porn star. The OG.
OG. Do you have a blue mark by your name?
I don't.
How do we get?
How do
this
you
man
get
a blue mark?
Yeah.
Go follow him, Logan Pierce.
It was in the works for a while, and apparently it got submitted. Discovery was trying to get.
You got to jerk off at Twitter,
yeah,
Jack.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess, but yeah, no, they declined it.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What's that Tinder? There's like a celebrity Tinder out there.
Oh.
Where you have to have like a certain amount of followers or a blue check, and they put you in this Tinder pool of celebs. Can you imagine just like swiping right?
That's actually pretty
cool. My girl Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot pulls up, swipe right, and you just like sitting there waiting.
That's my girl.
We support feminism. We have a Wonder Woman poster in here.
She's right behind me.
She's fantastic.
Oh man, yeah. With
Is she
the sword.
looking at me?
It'll be the hottest
my
death
God.
ever. It'll be the hottest death. But all right, guys, go follow Logan Pierce. Logan, thanks for coming on. This is fucking badass. Guys, go follow the show at the Roadhouz Pod, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Subscribe to the show, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Speaking of Apple Podcasts, they took down the last podcast.
No.
I had some big old bishop from New York called in to talk about a whole Kobe conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
Apple, you can't play it on Apple, but on Spotify, everywhere else you can listen to it. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't censor. Alex Jones, you want to censor us? You will not defeat us. You will not defeat us.
Kill the children.
Dude, I would have loved to go on that guy's show. That'd be a trip. Like, I would have to like.
You know, we could probably get him, but he has not been in the news recently.
I know, dude. We got to give him some airtime. Alex,
we totally could
just
get him to call in.
We'll get blocked on everything. Alex Jones, come on. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the show.
All right.
We'll see you guys next week at the Roadhouz Party. Peace.
Forever lost in this love. Forever lost in this love.
Sentimental, all just seems so absurd. Never settle, taking longer than it should. I'ma get it, eternity's a day away. If you let it, you'll never regret it, baby.
I know I got what it takes to hold you forever. Let it go, never say never. I know I got what it takes. I know I got what it takes. You treat love as a weapon, disarm me.